What's up, my unbreakable beauties? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Miss Unbreakable Timeline here, also known as Chantel if you are new and you don't know that. So anyways, I'm gonna make this intro very fast because I talked long enough in this video. So in this video, I am doing a girl chit chat because I wanted to get a few things off my chest about this situation. So I hope you guys really enjoy me talking while I'm doing this hair. And if you want to see how I got this hair to look this bomb, then please keep on watching. And if you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to turn on that notification bell. That way every time I upload, you guys will be notified. And comment down below if you guys want to see more from me. What do you guys want to see? And yeah, I don't have on any makeup. This is a whole all natural type of thing. Anyways, keep on watching.
Timeline, it's unbreakable timeline. Man, she's so fine, tutorials beyond time. Timeline, unbreakable.
Alright guys, so that is all done. Now I'm about to go ahead and cut this lace. But while I'm talking about the hair, I wanted to have a little girl chat, you know, going on while I'm doing my hair, styling it or whatever. So the hair is from Ali Pearl on Amazon. This is where I get all of their wigs from. And you can just search on Ali Pearl on Amazon and it'll pop up all of their wigs and their, you know, hairs. So this is their lace front. It's a full lace front. That's why it took a little bit longer for me to lay the front down. And it is in the color 27. I did went ahead and just bleached the knots a little bit more because the knots are a little bit darker than my skin complexion. I wanted it to, you know, blend in a little bit better, even though with these wigs it does come pre-plucked and it also come pre-bleached is what I meant to say. And then I did tone it down a little bit only in the front. I don't really see a difference, to be honest, because it looks the same color to me as it came, you know, when I took it out of the bag. For the most part, Ali Pearl wigs do come in this satin pink bag. So it came with baby hairs as well. And I still plucked it. I did bleach the knots and conditioned the hair. It is very soft. It didn't have shedding. That's what I like about it so far. And usually with Ali Pearl hair, I don't really experience any shedding. Let's get to talking. Since I already talked about the hair, I'm going to style it too. But I want to talk about how, you know, your own race don't want to see you win. And if you guys don't know what I mean, okay, so I'm going to kind of do a little story time when it comes to businesses and how, you know, your own people don't want to see you win. I didn't do I did a life update, but I didn't like how I did the video, so I'm going to redo it. But the reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of you, you know, don't know, but I'm not currently working, and I think a lot of people are not working right now because of the, you know, whole situation that's going on. But this not way before, it happened in February, you know, this situation that I'm about to speak on. Back in February, it's right a day before Valentine's Day, and I did 2 videos that's on my channel now, you know, talking about how I manage at being an entrepreneur and being a mom and working a 9 to 5. Well, that same night that I did that video, I got a call, and it was nighttime. I got a call from my boss, and pretty much, you know, he pretty much let me go. So I'm gonna get into the story. So February 13th, it was 7 o'clock at night. I had just finished doing those videos, and my boss called me, and pretty much it was weird how the whole thing happened. But anyway, so he called me, and he pretty much let me go over the phone. So of course I was cool with people at the job. So it's not even days later, it was like that next day. The people that I'm cool with kind of, you know, told me that one of the girls that was working in my department had her dude call my boss at the time and to say, oh, she didn't feel comfortable around me. Squaze. So pretty much he let me go because of that reason. Now, she's a black girl, okay? So that's why I said your own people, you know, don't want to see you win. So I'm going to go back to when she got hired. Okay, so we was at an old office, and I was the only one in my department that was, you know, been there since they pretty much opened. I think they had opened 3 months or maybe about 2 or 3 months before I even got there. So it was a small little business or whatever. So at this time we had, you know, at least 2 other employees working in my department. But I was pretty much like the head person that, you know, they had to go to. Well, this is what the boss was saying at the time, that he wanted them to come to me if they couldn't come in, if they was late or whatever, right? So I felt like a head of that department or whatever. So anyway, so more people started coming, and then this girl came, and I really, you know, when she had her interview, you know, I was even in the interviews with my boss, trying to interview people for my department, well, for that department. So anyway, so I found one girl, you know, the boss actually found her, but when we interviewed her, I was like, oh, I really like her, you know what I'm saying? She was very pretty and stuff like that, and I know that doesn't even matter, but she knew, you know, her stuff when it came to, you know, insurances, because that's what I did. We verify insurance. So anyways, before he hired her, she was like, oh, she found another job, and her dude was trying to say, you know, trying to say that the boss needed to pay her more before, you know, he actually hired her. So I don't know how much she was getting paid or whatever, but anyways, I was like, look, we can find somebody else, you know, that's just as good, and we could pay you know, just the same amount. So I don't know how that went, but eventually he hired her. Hold on, y'all, I want this to melt into my skin. Alright, so at this time she's hired, you know, we was pretty, you know, cool, whatever. I kept, you know, talking about her to my dude, you know, or whatever. So she tell me about her little, you know, man issues with her boyfriend or whatever. And she used to tell me all these, like, little different stories, whatnot. So I was like, okay, you know, she seemed like she was pretty cool, whatever. But I just knew from get-go when it came to her dude, it was all bad. It was bad from jump. Well, not to her probably, but everything she was telling me, I was like, this dude is like, he either beating her behind or something, because how she was talking about him, and how, like, she couldn't even go get something to eat without him thinking, oh, she was going to go meet with a dude. It was just crazy. Alright, so fast forward, at this point, we were still in the old office, and I knew that, you know, the boss at the time was trying to get a new office or whatever. So the black girl was there for a good, I think, 3 months before we actually did go to the new building. Now, once we went to the new building, this when the managers start acting brand new. And he hired this girl that, of course, he used to, you know, deal with or whatever. And then when she came there, I knew that me and her did not pretty much get along. We just had to because we had to work with each other, but we did not get along. And I guess she was intimidated, or you know, I was a threat or whatever, because she wanted to be the manager. Now remind you guys, remember I said that the boss had, you know, employees pretty much under me coming to me as if I were the manager. But since she started, now it's like, oh, we need a manager for this department. Now at this time, it's me, the black girl that I was just telling you guys about. We're gonna call her Big Ankles, okay? So, and I'm pretty sure by her name y'all could see why I called her that. But anyways, so we're gonna call her Big Ankles. So anyway, so Big Ankles was there, you know. So like I said, she was already there for 3 months, and then now, well, we're gonna call the new employee Mexican, because that's just what she was. So anyway, so she started working there, and like I said, because the manager used to, you know, deal with her, you know, if you guys know what I mean, deal with her in other ways or whatever, so he hired her, you know, to start working there. So when she got there, she was running to the manager, telling him like everything we used to talk about in the office. Not everything, but she'll put more into it than what it really was, and to what I really was not even saying. So pretty much lying on my name. So now Mexican and Big Ankles was getting along. So at this point, I really didn't know, you know, they was getting along, because I thought me and Big Ankles was getting along pretty good. So anyways, so at this point, when I was like telling Big Ankles like, oh, like, your friend don't like me or something, like I would like text her little things like that, and then she'd be like, oh, what happened, you know, like, because I thought me and her was pretty cool. After now, Mexican been there for a good month already, and all of this drama starting to happen. So I started seeing like my boss would call me in the office like, what's going on with you? And one time he was like, when I go in the office, you and Big Ankles got like a little dark, you know, area over there, like trying to say like something is wrong. And now remind you, I'm not the type of female that I'll go back to my manager to tell him anything. Like, you know, even though things that I've been hearing other people coming and tell me about Mexican, about things that she running back to the manager and saying, I was never that type to go back to him and run my mouth like that. Like, I just handled the situation on my own.
I ain't never seen no talking with me nothing.
Yeah.
Yep. Been like that since I was little. Was raised like that.
Well, I respect it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so now time has passed, and Mexican been there for a good, because she started in October, November, December, January. So a good 3 months. All this drama happened since she started. So anyways, fast forward up to January. My boss pulled Mexican in the office because they was having a meeting. He pulled her in the office because, well, at first me and Big Ankles didn't know what was going on. We was like, why, out of everybody, why he pulled her in the office, you know, with the other managers and having a meeting. So when she comes back in the office, now I trained Mexican, the Mexican girl. I trained her. She didn't know anything about insurances. I taught her everything, and she only been there 3 months, and the boss is now considering her being a manager over me and over Big Ankles. And Big Ankles started when I was already there almost a year, you know what I'm saying? So she was there, and he's trying to make her Mexican our boss, well, our manager for that department. So I was heated. So when she gets out the meeting, she's like, oh, trying to explain to us what they said in the meeting about, you know, the insurances or whatever. So I'm like, I was hot, okay? So at this time, because I'm like, how a newbie, because that's exactly what she was a newbie, how a newbie gonna come and tell me how to do my job? And I've been here, I've been doing this for years already, you know what I'm saying? And how's she gonna, you know, come and tell me about my job? So I was hot. So anyway, so I kind of like, I ain't cursed her out, Mexican out, but I was just like, you're a newbie and all it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can you try to tell us what to do, da-da-da? So she felt scared, uncomfortable, or whatever. So I talked to the boss when I left because I was hot. It was at the end of the day, and it was time for us to go. So I leave, And I called the boss because he was in a meeting with somebody. So when I see him in a meeting with somebody, I was like, just call me, once you're done. So he calls me when I'm on my way home. So we talk, and I'm like, pretty much I was mad. I was heated. I was upset, and I was going off, and I hung up on him. So this was back in January. Okay. So I did hang up on his behind because I was just mad. I was like, she's not the boss. How can you guys have a newbie come and tell us how to run and do verifications of with insurances? And she's still learning. She's still in training pretty much. So anyway, I already knew what that was about because he already had them, smashed or whatever. So of course he wanted her to be the manager. So anyway, so I was like, okay, whatever. I left that alone. I really did not even want to go back.
I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
That's just how mad I was. And I do take my job serious because I love my job. I love verifying benefits. So anyway, so the next day, I still go into work. At this time, it was like a Friday or whatever. So, he meets with me, and he was like, I never had nobody hang up on me. Anybody else, I would have fired or let go, So we had a meeting or whatever. We did that. Okay, so I've been there, this was back in January of this year. After that, everything was okay. Things was not the same with him anyways. So, I knew it was because a Mexican had started there. So, I thought when the boss had called me on February 13th, to let me go, my first thought was the Mexican. Now, at this time, me and Big Ankles and Mexican was okay. And I honestly think that they was just being jealous and intimidated. I don't know, because I know a lot about insurances and I'm confident in my work. So anyways, so maybe a week before February 13th, that Thursday, because February 13th I think was a Tuesday or something like that. So anyway, so that Thursday and Friday, I realized I was noticing Big Ankles was not talking to me. She was over there in her own little world. She'll talk to, Mexican, because Mexican was sitting in front of her, and me and her was like in the back. So anyways, so I was realizing, like, she was talking to the Mexican girl a little bit more, not too much, but I just knew something was up. And this was a few days before, my boss called me to let me go. So I knew something was up or whatever. So I ain't paying no attention because I'm the type of female that I don't need friends. I don't even care to have friends, to be honest. Yeah, so she was quiet or whatever, not really saying much. And then that Wednesday, I had to leave early because I think my daughter had an appointment or whatever. So I left early. And when I had left early, I was realizing that Big Ankles and Mexican girl was constantly in their phones. And I always be having a good feeling when it comes to things like this. But I thought like, oh, Big Ankles and Mexican girl must be talking about me. I just had a feeling. I didn't know what it was, but I just had a feeling. And I always have that feeling, and always come out to be true. I leave for that day. And remember, it's February 13th, the same day that I left early. And that's when, my boss had called or whatever and was like, what's going on back there? He sounded like he was already heated and not really getting the real story anyway. So, anyways, that conversation is dead. I don't have to get into all of that. But he let me go, and then he was like, oh, I just don't think you're cultural enough for the business anymore. Now, remind you, I've been there longer than anybody that was pretty much there. Only for probably like maybe 3 people that was there before me, 3 or 4 people that was there, before me and still was there. Alright guys, I don't want to make this video too long because I still wanted to style the hair. But I'm going to go in with some mousse, put mousse on these edges really quick. And then, and wrap it so that way it could stay down. And also this hair is a 12-inch Bob Wig, straight hair. And it is $64.99. I know with all of this going on, a lot of you probably not even worrying about getting a wig right now, and especially where it's coming from. But I'm telling you guys, once everything gets back in order, this is a good bomb wig. The only thing I could say is the lace, but we're going to get that together. And I'm going to take a hair wrap and just wrap that around my edges while I style this wig. Alright, so let me try to hurry, finish this story time. I'm going to just curl this wig. Oh, really quick too. When it comes to Ali Pearl wigs, their lace does go back a decent amount, like all their other wigs, and you got a good amount, like a parting space. So that's the good thing about this wig as well. So I got these curlers from Amazon as well. They're the Con Air, and they're the 1 inch. I should have got the 1.5 so the curls could be a little bit bigger, but it's cool. We're gonna make it work. And the temperature goes up to 30, so I'm going to put it on like 20. I don't want it too high and burn the hair, because I don't know how well this wig hold curl or will hold the, you know, heat. So anyway, so I'm going to do a middle part, and then I'm gonna wait till that gets heated. But I did flat iron the hair and everything too, and it's pretty thin. It is 180% density, but it feels very thin. And the toner that I used was the Wello toner in T27. So it just toned it down just a tad bit, not too much. So, and I want to color it, but you know, the hair stores are all closed, so I'm just working with this. So anyways, where did I leave off? So the next day, which was a Friday, no, because okay, so February 13th was a Wednesday, then Valentine's Day was that Thursday, and that Friday, I think Thursday or Friday, yeah, that Friday, I get like these weird text messages from obviously this guy, and he would just, you know, it's like, oh, you need to boss up and all of this, and you know, don't worry about that job. Now remind you, I don't know who this person is. He's texting me from this number, and I'm like, who is this? I'm completely lost at this point. So anyway, so as you know, the text messages go on. I had a feeling who it was, but I wasn't really sure, because these text messages was coming out of nowhere, like literally. So then come to find out, I think that Saturday, somebody that worked at the job was like, do you know that was Big Ankle's boyfriend that called the boss and was like, you know, Big Ankles didn't feel comfortable around me and this and that. And I was like, really? I was like, I knew that's probably why she wasn't, you know, talking to me or whatever, but I did not do anything. When I go to work, I do my job, and I take my behind home. I don't go to work to make friends, and I made a video about this too in my Woman Conversation Wednesday. If you guys have not seen that, go check it out, because honestly, in that Woman Conversation Wednesday story time, I was talking about them, because the girl had just started, and I think I did that video back in October. So anyways, he was like, you know, that was her dude that called the manager, and now she didn't have the balls to say anything to the manager. She had her dude call the manager and to complain. And I don't know, they just needed something exciting in their life, because from what she was telling me, he's about that. He's like a female. He's drama. You know what I'm saying? So, and I knew that when she was telling me all this stuff about him. I was like, oh, he sounds like he a female anyways. He got female tendencies. Come to find out, it was Big Angles and not the Mexican girl. Well, the Mexican girl had something to do with it too. I already knew that. But it was more so the Mexican girl. And I think they kind of, like that Wednesday, when I had left early, I think they had like set it up then, you know. And I think, like I said, I just think they was just, you know, intimidated by me. And which is fine, because that's cool. When you have haters, it's always good. But that's kind of scary when you have people that your own people, you know, don't want to see you win. Like me and her, I'm telling you, I even gave this girl hair that I didn't even wear. She gave me lashes and everything. And I'm like, wow, out of everybody, she's the one that, you know, wanted me gone. She was telling I guess the Mexican girl, like I was saying, oh, I didn't want the Big Ankles and Mexican girl to be friends. I'm like, I never even said that, first of all. I was just saying don't trust her, because you couldn't trust her. Everything that people was doing in the office, Mexican was going back and telling the boss, because her and the boss knew each other for a little minute. So I I don't know, it was just crazy how all of that happened. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that it did happen, because now with all of this going on, you know, I have to be home with, you know, my daughters, and they're out of school. Well, not out of school, but, you know, we gotta, you know, do the whole online school learning and all of that. So everything happens for a reason. I'm not tripping about it. And when her dude told me to boss up, I bossed up. And I'm about to have my own business. So I'm just waiting on more supplies and all of that. You guys will see what it is once, you know, all of this is over and I get more of my supplies in. So I was like, you know what, let me boss up and do something that she wanted to do, but she couldn't because she got her dude telling her what to do while they still working. I'm gonna show them how a real boss do it. But yeah, you guys, you cannot trust people, especially in corporate world, period. You just can't trust females. And like I said, that's another reason why I don't have friends, because I kind of trusted the girl, you know what I'm saying? Me and her was pretty cool. Like I said, I gave her free hair. She gave me her lashes that she was trying to come out with. And I thought me and her were straight. But I should have known like something was up, especially with all the stories that she was telling me about her dude and like a certain YouTubers, because we always used to talk about YouTubers and how she seemed like she was just hating on I'm talking about big ankles now because she's the black girl, but how she used to just hate on certain YouTube, you know, people. Like she was hating, kind of like hating on Aaliyah J, or like what's her name, Aaliyah's face, and just certain people. And I was like, oh, she seemed like she a hater. But I paid that no attention, because like I said, I didn't think she was like that. But you just never know how people really are, especially your own people. Your own people. That was a crazy thing about it. Your own people. I'm gonna still do a life update because I have more to talk about than just this. I just wanted to come on here and kind of say when your own people don't want to see you win. And it's true, because your own people really don't want to see you win, or wherever you from, they don't want you to do better than them. That's my little quick little crazy girl chit chat, whatever. Like females especially don't want to see you win, no matter if it's your own race or not. And that's the sad part. Like, we're all women, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have a family to raise. Well, they didn't have kids, but I have kids. And I was like, that's the more messed up part, because she knew that. And I kind of talked to her, not really about my problems or whatever, but I kind of talked to her, you know, about certain things and stuff like that. And you just got to be careful who you tell your business to. Everybody's not your friend. And that's another reason why I don't have any friends, because you can't trust females. Alright guys, let me try to finish. I'm going to just try to curl it because this video went on way too long. And I can't really see in the back. I'm going to spray a little bit so the curls can hold. Alright guys, so I was going to go and put on makeup, but it's really at night. I'm not going to do another video until tomorrow. So let's take this off. And then I got these like alcohol wipes that I'm just going to wipe away like the white around my hairline a little bit. And you can put that behind your ear or leave it out. I like it behind the ear. I really love it. It takes the curl really well. The lace is bomb. I'm about to actually put a little bit of bronzer, that way it can just look like it's coming out of my scalp, okay? So I'm going to take this Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette, and I'm going in with Sculpt since it's closest to my skin complexion, and just place that on the lace, that way it can just blend right on in. And that's exactly what it's doing. But yeah, you guys, I hope you kind of like this girl chit chat to just, you know, be your own boss. You don't have to worry about these corporate places and, you know, people that you work with that you can't even trust, that you think you know, cool with, especially, like I said, especially women, like that, especially your own kind. Like, that's why I'm just trying to be my own boss up. I just left that situation alone because I'm like, y'all just want something to do. And I always get females to be like hating on me. I don't get it. This is why I don't have friends, because they always seem to hate. Alright guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this little girl chit chat with me, and while I'm doing this wig, you know, styling it and applying it. I'm sorry the video took a little bit longer than, you know, real long. And I didn't put on any makeup. Like I said, it's late at night. It's about 8:30, almost 9 o'clock, and I'm about to get ready for bed. Everybody's on quarantine. Where am I going exactly? Nowhere. So I'm not putting on any makeup, but the next time you guys see me, I'm gonna do a makeup video tomorrow, so you guys will see me with makeup and to see how this whole hair turned out with makeup. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Check out Ali Pearl. They are the best. And you guys know I work well with them, and I love every wig that they send to me. So thank you again, Ali Pearl, for always supporting me and believing in me to review your hair. And you guys need to go ahead and check them out. They're very, very affordable, and I have Amazon Prime, so my wigs come very fast. And with everything that's going on, it might say that it won't be here until the end of the month, but mine came literally in about, what, 3 days. So it said it was supposed to be here at the end of April, and it got to me, of course, obviously way before then. So go and check them out. I will leave everything down below. I hope you guys really enjoyed this girl chit chat, and watch another video, because I know you guys want to see more from me. And I'll be back once I get the hang of everything. I'll be back with more videos. And until next time, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.